Ow!
Why did you do that?
You're so weird. Don't show my shorts. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Equilibrium. I forgot how many episodes this is, but I'm Bria.
I'm Tim.
Do you like our new set?
It's great. It's great.
I like it. I feel like it's a little intimate. We can really, be close to each other. Do you like that?
Yeah. I love being close to you.
I know you do. You don't have to lie. We have our Christmas tree up, obviously, because it's Christmas. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate it.
Merry Christmas to all.
To all people. What are your plans for Christmas?
Gonna eat.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's about it. I'm not buying anybody gifts this year.
You don't like buying gifts for people?
Nah. Why are we doing this?
Do you expect to receive if you're not?
Nah. Just everybody keep your money.
One gift I already got was my Fitbit, and I'm super excited. I already opened it.
Yeah.
Tim obviously has to copy everything I do, so he
I did.
also got the exact same Fitbit, and then he was like, I want a leather band too.
But mine's black, hers is brown, so.
Well, yeah, but you still,
I have to do it like a little bit different. It can't be just like you. That's weird.
Speaking of, there's been a huge thing that we'd like to talk to you about. If you haven't noticed, in addition to the new setup, because it's Christmas, like obviously the tree's up, but I really like your shirt.
Thank you.
It's quite wrinkled. It does not come that way.
Well, it comes out of the dryer like that.
Please iron your clothes.
Who irons a t-shirt?
It's not a t-shirt, Tim. This is a presentation we're doing to show off our new apparel.
It's a long sleeve t-shirt. It's very comfortable. Don't iron it. Why are you ironing a t-shirt? It's great though. EQB. Says equilibrium on the back.
Look at you! And if you do notice, we have new mugs. So like when you're in the store, you're like, wow. Like if you go to like coffee shops or something, I don't, so I don't like being in public, but people will be like, wow, what's your cup say? Like the equilibrium is like a little hidden, as Tim calls it, a forest.
Yeah.
But it's a succulent. They're succulents. You know that?
Yeah, I knew what they were. I just said it was like hidden in a forest.
Do you remember our succulents died?
Yeah. I didn't make it.
Make sure you give your succulents a lot of light and not water.
Yeah, you drown them.
I drown them. They get shriveled up like...
She's never had pets.
I did have pets. I had 2 fish.
That's
I also have a chinchilla.
The fish isn't really a pet.
I have a chinchilla.
I take care of it.
Anyways, our new cups. It's like a latte mug, so it's like super cute. You should get it. It's really lightweight. I have like a strawberry lemonade in there, so that's why I'm not drinking, because it gives me like really bad headaches.
Mine's empty. You don't give me anything to drink.
You know how to fill up your own cup?
Appreciate it.
I'm on the production team. I'm the star. So anyway, as you can see, this episode I don't have a card. Depression has really hit hard, which is also why I don't have on pants. Depression has hit very hard this winter. I pretty much can only, it's been rare that I even put on like mascara. Tim was like, it was nice to see you dressed up yesterday, because I did my hair.
It's the only time you left the house, like, in the last month.
I went to my client's house. I didn't really put on real clothes then either.
You didn't.
My hair's done, kind of. I have on mascara today, an eyeliner, and a sweater.
Yep.
But like I said, shorts is more comfortable that way.
I'm in blue jeans.
You're always in. I don't see how people, like, for me there's like house clothes and then there's like outside clothes, and for Tim it's just like all the same and it really hurts.
I don't see why we need to change if I'm wearing comfortable clothes in the first place.
I don't see how one can be comfortable in jeans.
I get comfortable jeans, they're stretchy.
That doesn't, like, even if I have stretchy jeans, like, I can't fully, like, I need, like, baggy, like, really loose things.
Well, maybe I'm just not that big of a person.
I'm not a big person either. Jose! Wow, so fat shaming on this episode. There's not a lot of...
That's why we got our Fitbits.
Yeah, I have, like, I'm going to start shaming you on the 477 steps in the past hour.
Mine just tells me the date.
Because you're embarrassed?
I just know I'm not going to move.
I know that you can, like, tag your friends, so I added, you're my only friend in the world. I'm going to be antagonizing you the whole time.
No, you won't.
Anyway, pop culture news, obviously that's what the people came for.
Did they?
Did you? So I really don't have that much stuff. There's just a lot of fall shows happening. We're waiting on Criminal Minds. Finally had a debut point. So January will be lit. How to Get Away with Murder.
It's only like 8 episodes though, right?
Yeah, but like it's the finale.
Yeah, but 8 episodes. They just gave you like a little taste. Of gone forever.
Everything now is only 8 episodes anyway. Any show you watch on Netflix, 8 episodes. Like, what do you see that's like more than 8 episodes unless it's like a network show? What exactly? So, How to Get Away with Murder. No, it's a network show. Had its fall finale, so that'll be coming back in January. And then that fall finale, like the break or whatever, so that'll end in January. Criminal Minds will be back in January for its final season as well. We've been missing a lot of Superstore, but I know that's still on. It's not as good as time.
Have we missed an episode?
You can't even tell us. It's not even good anymore.
It's not.
Prodigal Son's not good. We've been watching that. We've like been trying to like.
Yeah, we're hanging on a Prodigal Son, but it's not good.
Like I just need, not that I like only watch shows for serial killers, but like I show up for them, and I always have, and like it's not that good.
We finally watched You.
Yeah.
What was that?
So Tim and his friends at work at his like old job said You was really good. So.
Well, I did.
Okay.
They did.
The funny thing to me is about You is that everyone trashes Lifetime, and then everyone's like, oh my gosh, like once You got to Netflix, people are like, oh, have you seen You? And it's like, why are you guys like watching a Lifetime show when you hate Lifetime? Anyway, we watched it. It was like fine.
The people that say Lifetime's trash are probably the ones that are like sitting at home watching it. Like one of Alabama's running backs a few years ago was like, yeah, I watch Lifetime every weekend to calm down.
Yeah, Lifetime is great. You watch it too.
Only because of You. Like if you're not in the room, I'm not watching Lifetime.
That's a lie.
It's not.
You don't really do anything in your spare time.
Watch Netflix.
What do you do when you're not with me?
I watch Netflix.
But what are you watching?
Right now, Weeds, even though it's like 40 years old.
So like in your spare time, like if you come home and I'm not here, what do you do?
I am gonna eat like Pizza Hut stuffed crust, and I am going to watch Netflix. And I'm gonna sit on the couch, and I'm not gonna be bothered.
So like your go-to shows would be Weeds right now and Walking, like vampire.
I don't watch vampire stuff, you weirdo.
You're the one that's weird. If you log into Tim's Netflix account, it's all like vampire stuff, like crime dramas.
All I've watched is The Walking Dead that has anything to do with that. No, the crime dramas, yeah. Okay, that's me. A lot of serial killer stuff. It's real.
What got you into that?
You.
I didn't start.
You gotta start watching Criminal Minds.
Did I?
That is what started us.
I don't know.
And then you wanted to watch Ted Kaczynski. You took it to a whole nother level.
We just got flagged.
You just took us to a whole nother level with that.
You wanted to watch that. I didn't know what it was. I like watching those like decade shows about
You're the one that found it.
What happens in like the 90s and the 80s because I wasn't like a living person.
You're the one that found that show. And you're like, wow, let's make my whole family watch
Oh, right.
this.
Everyone loved it.
For a 4th time.
We just love the Discovery Channel. Like stuff on the Discovery Channel is like
She
really
keeps
good.
rewatching it.
I watched it twice with you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to make me seem weird.
Mm-hmm.
You're always like, let's go to the Smithsonian to see his little house. You're a weirdo. You have to pay to get into that one if you guys are like interested.
Because she checked.
I mean, like, I wanted to take Tim to the Smithsonian, so I was like, here, come explore DC. Like, here's like something we should do. And then you're like, is there a terrorist exhibition?
You told me there was one there. It's like, okay, cool.
Cool. So I wanted to talk to you guys about equilibrium stuff because that's what you all came here for.
Okay.
You don't want to know about what's going on with equilibrium?
Let's go.
So this is our last episode of the year, like in 2019. So 2020 will be going into new episodes. I mean, just like continuing the season because Tim made that executive decision. How crazy has this been? I think we've done this is our 9th episode, I think, of this year. Plus the previous ones, we've done several episodes this year. And then we have a shop now. If you go to our new website, if you go to the website, equilibrium.com, there's a little pop-up now. Merchandise, we've done a lot of blogs. Thank you to all those people who have done that. Obviously the newsletter, one of my favorite pastimes is to sit there and write to you guys, so be sure to sign up for that. It's going to be below. If you click on description info, you can find it. Promote this to your friends and family. Buy some gear. This is we have This Men stuff. if you're a boy watching this, thank you so much. You can buy our apparel for men. There's only 2 things, I think. And then for girls, obviously, there's like a good pillow, a good mug, a good sweatshirt, which we'll see in one of the episodes.
Can't buy a pillow?
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah. I mean,
that was pretty rude.
If you want to buy a pillow. So yeah, please check it out. I appreciate you guys for watching, and stay tuned because I'm interviewing a very, very fascinating person next. So like, wait for that, and then we'll see you next episode in 2020. Mother of pearl.
2020.
Why'd you say it like that? Hey guys, this is Bria of Equilibrium. I'm here at Lenox Cupcakes. So excited.
Yay.
I'm with Marianne.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I've been looking forward to this for quite a while because I love sweets. I love cupcakes, and it's obviously Christmas, so it's the time of the year to eat sweets.
I know. That's the only time, right? Not really.
All year. All year. So where did your love of sweets come from?
I've always loved sweets as a child. You know, my grandmother was a really good cook and baker, and she would just ply the house with all kinds of sweets. So I think from my childhood, I really enjoyed sweets. And it was a Sunday tradition with my grandfather. After church, we would stop at a bakery, and I guess I got hooked somehow.
Were you always baking with your grandma?
So the funny thing is, we never baked with her. Like, she did all the baking. Like, I think it was like her private time, and we knew not to go in the kitchen. You know, she would come out like with everything, but she just liked it to be her private space. So that's kind of So you know, I didn't get that chance, but with my mom, I did.
Now, when did you start baking?
So personally, so I kind of baked as a kid, and then, you know, went off to college, and then when I was living by myself, I would try recipes. But I really didn't get into it until I got pregnant with my son.
Really?
And I was like craving cake, and it just went from there.
What type of cake is your favorite?
So I am a chocoholic.
Really?
Anything chocolate really has my name on it, so it just has to be chocolate.
Oh my
Anything chocolate is good with me.
So, why cupcakes?
So like I said, I was craving cake when I was pregnant, and I thought to myself, well, you can't eat a whole cake. I thought, probably, but I just thought, you know, cupcakes were kind of manageable, you know, so I started off with cupcakes, and I kind of stuck with them.
Have you ever had a baking disaster?
Oh, all the time. Like, you know, it happens once in a while where we might, you know, have the wrong label on something. So instead of baking soda, we're using baking powder, and it is a disaster. Or all-purpose flour instead of self-rising. You know, those kinds of disasters. I mean, if we're making a large batch, it can be really bad. Yeah.
So tell me, we're obviously in your gorgeous shop, Lenox Cupcakes. Where did the name come from?
Okay, so I lived on Lenox Road for 13 years.
Okay.
And I couldn't find a name for my business, and it was my sister at the time that was we were brainstorming ideas, and I was like, Midtown sounds good, but I mean, there was no Midtown Cupcake. But she was like, why not just Lenox Cupcake? You know, because we're on Lenox Road, you know, Lenox Cupcake.
I was at first thinking that was your last name.
No, some people think it's my first name actually. No, it's not.
It's not my first name.
Like Annie Lennox, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
last name.
Yeah, that was your last name, but I don't know. But I like that. It's like, it's very Atlanta.
Yeah, I did want it to be Atlanta, so that's why we were like brainstorming different things, and you know, so we just landed on Lenox Cupcakes.
I like it so much.
Well, thank you.
So are you originally from Atlanta?
So no, the accent is from Nigeria. I'm a Niger girl.
How did you meet? Were you born here? Tell your story.
Okay, so I wasn't born here. I came here for college, met my husband, and I just stayed. My dad's not happy with him.
Oh, really?
Because that's the story. Like we have family here, and we visited when we were kids, but you know, it just wasn't in the plans to be here forever.
It's never in the plans.
I've just been here, you know.
Did you go to school here in Atlanta?
I went to UGA, and then went over to a smaller school because it was too much for me.
I get it.
You know.
Went to Auburn.
Oh, did you? I know. My mom was like, "You have to graduate." So I ended up at the University of West Georgia, where I graduated. So it's kind of in the same area. I just have not left this Atlanta area.
Mm-hmm. Is that where you met your husband?
Yes.
Okay.
He crashed my party. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
It's all meant to be. We wouldn't be here.
Oh, but guess what though? This has nothing to do with it. But like we apparently lived like blocks away from each other growing up, but we never knew each other until he crashed my party.
Really?
Yes.
So it's all meant to be then.
I guess so.
Is he bigger too?
No, absolutely not. I won't let him near my kitchen. I mean, he's helped with big orders when I was starting out. Like I would teach him how to make frosting and stuff, but yeah, leave that to me. Please.
Oh my goodness. So now, when you were first starting your business, were you like first baking in your house, or how'd you get started?
Oh, for sure it was in my house because it was a hobby. Like I said, I was pregnant, baking, and then my same sister was like, "Why don't you just sell these cupcakes?" And then I was like, "Yeah, why not? I can make some extra money."
Yeah.
So it did start out in my home kitchen on Lenox Road, and then grew from there. Apparently, you're not supposed to bake from home.
Right? Why not?
I didn't know that.
And like bake and sell?
Bake and sell from home because I would bake and then sell to a coffee shop down the street from me on Lenox Road, and then someone reported me for selling cupcakes illegally.
Really?
Yes. Apparently, I did not know
Jealousy. Wait, so
I did not know that. Yeah.
What's the problem? Is like health code or something?
Well, of course. Now that you think about it, because I wasn't licensed, I wasn't insured. And when that happened, the guy from the coffee shop was like, "You cannot come here with these cupcakes anymore."
He didn't want to get shut down.
He was like, "Someone call the department, whatever, the health department." And apparently, I was like, "I'm so sorry," And then I got licensed, and so I had to go get rent a commercial kitchen, and that's pretty much how I got.
Was it in this space?
In
commercial kitchen?
Not in this space. It was on Roswell Road, actually. So it was these ladies that let me borrow it. They were caterers, and they already had the space, and they didn't use it all the time. And I worked out the deal with them. So whenever I had orders, I would go there and bake.
Oh my god!
And that's how I got licensed and insured.
So it's all meant to be, though.
I guess so.
Good thing that person did report you.
Yes. At first, I was like, "Oh my god, my side gig and everything," but then it really turned out to be the best thing ever.
Yeah, so you mentioned it was a side gig. So what was your what was your job at the time?
So for the longest time, I worked at American Cancer Society for almost 9 years.
Wow,
and then I started out in HR, and then I moved to the CRM department, working with volunteers and doing all kinds of things there. Yeah, it was really cool, really cool. I love that job. Yeah. It really was. So this was like not anything that I wanted to grow. It was more of like, I have time, might as well. And then I got laid off, so it became my full-time gig.
Everything's meant to be. I feel like when those types of things happen, it's like, okay, I need to actually do this.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about how you started branding and how you started kind of with a label, like the logistics of everything.
Yeah, so, when I started out, I really needed everything to be as cheap as possible. So I didn't have the best, my logo is still the logo that some guys did for me online for $140 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
I feel like we're always thinking our owners critics.
I guess so, but I kind of have stuck with this, right? But yeah, so just gradually paying attention to what people like, and the more money I get, then I have branded boxes, and because my first boxes were stickers, boxes I got from Michaels and stickers from Michaels and nothing. Yeah, so over time I've kind of been learning what people like and what works and what doesn't work, and I've just developed, the brand from there.
So we're in your Chambly location, but you also just opened a Decatur location.
Yes.
What was that like?
Well, I feel like I've been wanting to grow ever since I went into it full time. My first employees probably remember me saying that I wanted to have another location, but really I had to grow gradually. Things when I started out 2008 wasn't the best time in the economy to grow. It's just being organic. I used to have families coming from Decatur, coming to get their cupcakes from here, and it was just, I've always loved Decatur, so I'm just glad that it was available. Yeah, I know where it's
You have
greater.
a cute little shop. It's actually in downtown
Chambly.
Yeah, this is downtown Chambly, and the Decatur location's right in the square.
Yeah.
How often do you get to go to the Decatur store?
So I get to go to the Decatur store a few times a week. This is my home base because this is where all the action takes place. I love baking. I still love being close to the product and making sure that we're supplying like really good quality products to you know, wherever you know, we're going with our cupcakes. We do deliveries, so it's not just having this location and then the Decatur store, but we also do a lot of deliveries for businesses. So I just like to really maintain like the quality of the product, and so I'm here most of the time, and then a few times a week I'll go to Decatur, and every time I go it's such a pretty, I just love the square. I just, you know, I'm all over Instagram doing stories, so people know when I'm in Decatur because I'm on Instagram when I'm in Decatur because it's really cute over
It's
there.
gotta say personable.
It is really.
So tell me, is it the same flavors at both stores?
It is the same flavors at both stores.
What would you say is your best selling flavor?
We sell a lot of red velvet and key lime. Key lime was supposed to be like a summer flavor, and it's like, it's, you know, the winter time and we're still selling key lime. So those two flavors are the most popular ones.
And you're a chocolate person.
I am chocolate.
You know, I
anything
recently
chocolate.
found out that red velvet is chocolate.
It is
I had
pretty
no
much
idea.
a light version of chocolate.
I had no idea.
But I want the full-blown chocolate.
Yeah.
But you know, some people don't put cocoa powder in their red velvet
Oh, okay.
recipes, but we do. We just use like traditional recipes. But things that I didn't grow up making, I just look for, you know, traditional recipes.
No, what did you grow up making?
So mostly vanillas and chocolates and lemon type cakes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so fruit flavored.
Fruit flavored.
Yeah.
Now, you also offer gluten-free options.
We do.
When did you start introducing that?
I think, you know, we had, the first person that asked for gluten-free was a bride, and we couldn't tell her no. So we came up with the product then, and then we kind of backed off of it because we didn't see a demand for it. So this was back in maybe 2009. We had that bride that needed to have gluten-free cupcakes at her wedding. But ever since, you know, I feel like it's gotten really popular, not just people with celiac disease, but just for dietary reasons.
Do you offer any dairy-free cupcakes or vegan cupcakes?
We do. So,
really?
yeah, we actually do.
Oh.
So we started back, like, I don't know if you know this, but we used to be at Phipps Plaza. We had a temporary lease. Yeah, before we moved here, before this store opened, we were at Phipps for a year. And that was where we kind of tested out the vegan recipes. And then that too died down a little bit. But Decatur loves vegan stuff. So I feel like we're back to baking more vegan now.
I'll have to try. So I have like a dairy, I can't eat a lot of dairy. That's why I asked you. And my mom, she'll want to know about gluten-free options.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, we do offer them. And they sell out pretty quickly. So you might just want to call ahead and make sure we have it.
Now, do you do online orders?
We do. That's where we started.
Oh my gosh, Marianne.
Of course.
There's so many things.
No, but that's really how we started. We didn't have a physical location when we started. Remember when I was doing it from home, it was really my website that was my, you know, link to the world. So yeah, we've always maintained that online, online ordering.
I love it. You're like so inspirational at this.
Thank you. But, you know.
So tell me, when did this officially start? 2008?
2008 is when I got official. Remember I was baking before that? I don't count that as official.
So 2008 is about to be 2020.
Yeah.
Do you have any future plans?
I do. I was thinking to myself, I mean, I still want to grow. I still want to be a neighborhood bakery. I still want to expand my product line. I mean, there's so much I want to do.
So much.
Yeah.
Well, Marianne, thank you so much for doing
thank
this.
you. Thanks for
I have to
having me.
get some cupcakes.
Of course.
Come hang out. This store is so cute. I appreciate you so much for
We're
doing
set
this.
up for a birthday party. That's kind
I
of
was
why
wondering.
we're gonna have 17. We have 2 parties on Saturday. One with 17 kids and one with 13 kids. So
Do you normally
Pray for
host
me.
them? Are you in here with them?
yes,
Oh my
I love the
gosh.
parties. Yeah.
Is that your favorite part?
That's my favorite part. Like, I thought the baking was my favorite part, but the kids, I just get silly with them. Like,
They
you
are
know,
a lot of fun.
Yeah, they really are. They really
Well,
are.
I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Tell people your website, how they can find you.
So we're online at lenoxcupcakes.com. We're also on Instagram at Lenox Cupcakes, and on Facebook too. You can find us at Lenox Cupcakes.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next
This
episode.
is fun. Thank you.
We forgot one last thing to mention to you. We've recently watched Queen and Slim, one of the best films of 2019. I'll see you here now.
I mean, there weren't many films of 2019 to compare it to, so like, I don't even remember being at the theater this year. But
We saw, it's like Avengers movies. That's like the only thing we saw.
yeah,
And like Spider-Man.
They're so played out.
So played out. I'm like glad you said that because I'm over them.
Yeah, I'm not going to them anymore. I'll watch them on FX.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
At least the trailer for like Black Widow.
I don't care about her. She's
I don't like Scarlett Johansson for some reason.
She's also like not. Her character's not a superhero.
What is she? She's a
Or
spy.
she like doesn't have powers. Like the whole point of like the Avengers is you have powers, not just like okay, you're really.
Robert
good.
Downey doesn't have powers. He's
Okay,
like Batman.
he's a billionaire.
He's like Batman.
Money is power.
So back to Queen and Slim, which is what we started on. You've been really off subject this episode.
Yeah, sorry about
You
that.
just like being this close to me?
No.
Okay. Queen and Slim was very good. It stars Daniel Kaluuya and Jodie Turner-Smith, which is a new actress. I absolutely loved it. It's written by Lena Waithe and Melina Matsoukas, who normally does stuff for Jay-Z and Beyonce. This is like her first feature film that she's done. And I would like to see more from her. What happens is like, basically I don't want to give it away, but they shoot a cop and they go on the run. And it was so well written, like we grew with the characters as they were like on this journey.
They didn't seek out the cop to shoot him though, so
No,
it wasn't
no.
wasn't anything like that. Although there will be a lot of triggered Republicans.
Very triggering for some people. I like,
All these like Leo people, like
who is Leo?
law enforcement officer, like all these like
Did you just make that up?
no.
Oh, I've never heard that term.
All these like back the blue people. I'm from Alabama. All these like rednecks are like back the blue are everything. Like the most honorable career you can have is like be a police officer and be racist.
It was really good.
Welcome to Alabama.
I love the, there's a few black cops in there, like that dynamic was really interesting. Acting was good, as usual, from Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, it was good. Very good movie.
I would watch it again. Did you like feel like you're gonna
Watch
cry
it again.
towards the end?
I was like, yeah, it was bad.
I'm not gonna pay again to see it.
Yeah, that was that's it. Okay, I already paid for it.
Like once I pay for something, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. What did you ask me? If the acting was good?
I don't remember what I asked.
I don't know what you asked, but yeah, it was good. It was good all
Super
around.
good. I can't even think of something where I'm like, I wish that would have changed. Like the lighting was good. Like everyone was like, they were very like dark skinned and like the lighting was really nice. Like it looked really good.
Yeah.
Everywhere they were.
It was cool.
We just thought we'd share that with you. Like you just have to know. Like we were gonna see it during Thanksgiving, didn't have enough time, but we were just like, we have to go. I hope it does really well. Like I hope it gets a lot of money.
Yeah. It had like one adult scene in it, so kind of glad we didn't go see that.
Are you uncomfortable by adult scenes? What do you mean by that?
If I'm like with like parents or in-laws, yeah, it'd be a little.
What happened in this adult scene? I'm not really sure. I don't think I remember.
I don't want to talk about it. It's always an awkward time. Count my heart rate up.
I think watching those adult scenes with you is always uncomfortable because you're always like, look.
Yeah, that's me. I can't do that if I'm around the in-laws or parents.
You can't do it around me either.
What do you mean?
You're always like tapping me, like look. Even in the theater, you're like,
Yeah, and if we're just by ourselves, you're like, "Bah, look at that. That's you.
I don't want to see anything.
Okay.
Ew.
You.
Anyway, that's all. It's in the movie. There's more.
It was good.
It was great. Go see Queen and Slim.
Yeah.
Support it. Tell all your friends to go see it.
Yeah, this was the extended review.
Yes.